Hey Duke, are you with me?
Heaven is consuming, blood is special moving, like an angel in trance. This is my perfect dance. Higher and higher, nothing can defeat me. Like an angel in trance. This is my perfect dance. Heaven is consuming, blood is special moving, like an angel in trance. This is my perfect dance. Higher and higher, nothing can defeat me. Like an angel in trance. This is my perfect dance. It's not for complete me. Sweat in your embrace. There's one other thing I dare. Lights are out and there's time to leave your faces. There is another dare. Lights are out and there's sweat in your embrace. There's one other thing I dare. Lights are out and there's time to leave your faces.
The beautiful world in each of us. Give us hope for survival dreadful things around us. As long you are with me.
Welcome everybody to the OneLoveDTube Discord, coming at you from the heart. Please do join us. Anybody stopping in, you want to join into chat, follow the link in the description and react to the message in Read Here First channel to get permission. Now streaming Anime for the World and one of my favorite blockchain music creators, Green Cross, when it gets back to it. We'll grab a coffee and then we'll start into today's discussion. Oh, hi Chelsea, good to see you. Chatting in from Facebook, that's my friend from Alberta. Not Alberta, Saskatchewan. Or is it Manitoba? God damn. I can't even get the provinces correct here in Canada, guys. Never mind anything else. She is the lady I may be moving in with, if all things go as planned. Today's topics, we will be discussing a little bit. Dang, you guys been chatting. Future of DTube, where I see our platform finding the most value for creators. Does DTube need a direct FIAT to DTC Gateway? And I wrote down possible Curation Bonanza, but I meant to define this as discussion for our curators, how to get specific people highlighted in the Curation Bonanza. So, let me grab a coffee, and we'll start that discussion in a few moments. This is Perfect Game by Anime for the World Studios.
Hey, Duke, are you hear me?
Yeah, buddy. I hear you, Shuvo.
Oh, yeah.
Getting back with my
What's
coffee
up?
here, guys. You know, the usual. Hoping maybe today having my buddy Taylor join us. My ex-coworker and good friend of mine. Alrighty. So that'll be the lowest volume it'll let me pick. My voice should be pretty good over top, eh, guys?
Yeah, but background music is high. That's the main fact.
Okay. Okay, Shuvo, I'll mute it for you. Now let's officially kick this off then.
But
How
background
about-
music is cool, but yeah, right now perfect.
You're watching one of my MVs again, Duke.
No,
Hey,
I'm
enemy,
not.
what's up, man?
Not at all. Welcome,
Not
Anime.
at all.
Yes,
I
that
got
is you. I just muted it too. I'm like, okay, I'll mute it and I'll let it run out so you get the playtime.
Oh, yeah, Duke. Last night when
Stop
I
it.
joined,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, last night when I joined with you, maybe 4 a.m., then that time you also testing your sound. It's I also feel like it's a art cube in my head. I just
yeah,
my headphone.
I'm still working on that. I need to figure out
Yeah,
how to balance my background music to my voice and then also Discord. The fact that I'm able to gather it and control it separately is all pretty astounding. Now I just need to manipulate it a little better. So let's kick it off for today. The OneLoveDTube Discord live stream. Everybody in here, welcome. We got Anime for the World, Hafiz, Looking, and Shuvo. Hi, everybody.
yeah, good.
We are hoping to see Taylor pop in. He hops on the bus at about 10 o'clock. So my goal is to quickly run through our topics before he shows up, and then we could just let the shit show ensue, I guess. And we got Anime on video there. Probably sitting and blazing as usual.
Clarity.
Looking, saying he's in the middle of winter. It's a mild winter for us in Canada today. It's, you know, like in general, this entire winter, we've had a couple good cold snaps, but other than that, there's no snowfall. I haven't been able to, you know, go out and play in the snow like I was hoping. There was a little bit, but I was like, I'm not going to waste my time driving forever to maybe not play in the snow. So kind of disappointed this year for that. There's always next year, but next year I might be in a much snowier place. So that question of if snow might be a question of how much snow am I going to have to deal with. That I'm actually looking forward to. If you're listening to this, Chelsea. No, actually inland. So it would be, what is it? I can never remember the names of the places. I keep getting told them, but they don't submit to my memory. Central Canada, more so. It's a lot colder there. They're still dealing with negative temperatures. Yeah, if we end up in that region, it'll be a question of how much snow, not a question of if snow.
Don't forget to say hi to Santa for me if you're there.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, ho, ho. That would be my father. If you've seen any pictures, he's a pretty good Santa. So let's knock these off the list. The future of DTube, where I see our platform finding the most value for creators. This is kind of a loaded topic I'm wanting to talk about that's targeting the new people that are just starting, that are trying to find their place in video creation. I think Anime will echo the importance of this is finding feedback, right? And then being able to expand your creation, connecting with people. DTube is built around networking. Fundamentally, like, yes, we're a staking platform, blockchain, cryptocurrency, but it seems like the way that votes work and how that works with people is it ends up naturally into a vote exchange. I support you, you support me. It's not a bad thing. It can turn into a really bad thing if abused, but the nature of it is networking. So people naturally network on DTube. That's how I've gotten to where I am, is networking. Why OneLoveDTube exists. So the key would be is people that are trying to start off and find that feedback to learn how to do things and be able to expand their knowledge. Meanwhile, having an incentive to continue, if you actually take the initiative and invest into your account, you can then incentivize yourself to continue expanding your content, which then, curators will support, your expansion in general. Like me as a curator, I'll say most curators agree. If they see someone like expanding their content creation, they're like, holy crap, upvote, let's pay them some money. DTube, you need to invest in yourself. So it is almost like a believe in yourself platform, right? So the future I see is moving more towards the people that are going to reject what anyone says and believe in what they are trying to do, whether it's project a message of anti-censorship or some left-wing thing or right-wing thing, whatever their thing, whether or not they're wanting to be like me and learn how to do streaming and expand their content creation at like the fundamental level. Is I want to be the guy that you could say, how do I do this? And it's like, I'm a jack of all trades. I could do it. I may not be a pro, but I could tell you the line you need to go down to be able to follow that to your dream. That's kind of like where I see my position. Naturally, I don't like to perfect things, though I'm a perfectionist, but my value comes from what I could provide to others. So that again is that networking effect. So it all comes back to communities. OneLoveDTube being a community of people that are willing to provide and help each other. We've survived the bear market. Crypto communities are influenced by a bear market, also influenced by a bull market, which is why we see things doing so well. DTube mainnet, we kick off, push into like actually trying to take advantage of the notoriety that DTube is now gaining because of like the anti-censorship push. So riding on all these things, people notice us. Months ago, I could have done these streams and they would have been overlooked, right? They were. Like, I did streams for months that were completely overlooked. Bringing them into OneLove made the difference because of timing. So community, like that community has then brought to life everything you see here on my screen. All these like, I got a goddamn deck all set up and I'm like using templates and, frick. That all was
Okay, dude,
started
I have a
by...
question.
Can I just continue 1 second and then I'll give you the floor? That was all kind of inspired by starting in the Can I Curate community, but quickly lost interest. The hype that I had, the topics of discussion I had weren't interesting for the community per se. It wasn't talking strictly about growing, because I know little. So it was overlooked. But here I am encouraged by the fact that you guys turn up. So that is kind of how I see the value of DTube, is that networking effect and the fact that the people that believe in themselves, the people like Looking, who's talking about making a 10,000 DTube purchase, and Yesin, I believe as well, was talking about having a goal of 10,000 DTube. I know Half is like active on DTube, regularly posting. Anime, who is here just learning about cryptocurrency, blockchain, and has been so inspired by it, he turns up every day. And Shuvo, Shuvo being like the person that sees the most value to DTube, I assume, sees the most value from his efforts on DTube compared to the rest of us. Even though his return might be less, the value to him is far greater than what I take away, even though I could take away so much more, right? The personal value is the important part of it. Okay, Shuvo,
Thank you
go
so
ahead.
much. Thank you so much. Actually, it's really big honor and pleasure for me. So come to the main point. I have question for today topic. So my first question. Uh, Today, actually, I wanted to learn about DTube future. Actually, when I think about DTube, then the time I also thinking day by day DTube in increasing. A lot of users are coming. They are also try to know about DTube, and they are also try to uh, buy token, and they are also start their journey. Yeah. You also few minutes ago you also said a thing like abuse and misuse. So my first question: what the mean of abuse and misuse in DTube?
Actually, you know what, Shuvo, that is a really, really good fucking question. Sorry to swear, but it's
It is a
really
fucking
hard to
question.
it's hard to define. Because we have a situation where people could share content of other people and there isn't like a very defined rule about it. The question of what is misuse and abuse of DTube and our token, right? And then like the question of how does the community view that? Because there's what DTube says is misuse as a platform. They reinforce as a front end. And then there is what the community says is the rules of the platform. And that's where we ended up with a battle on Steam, where you had like the community reject the number one token holder, right? Who determines what the rules are? The people that are implementing the code, or the community which is operating on the code? Right now, I would say
Actually,
that what you're asking is what is abuse and misuse at a community level? What do
yeah,
we
I also describe.
believe, right?
Actually, I also describe my question fully.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah, you
yeah.
did. I'm just
I
just adding
also
the extra
motive. I,
emphasis. So what?
Actually, I also
Yeah, go ahead.
do. Actually, I also tell something good information about DTube. Many people then they also interest, and they also come from here, and they also move there. Actually, they also deny another blockchain. They are also come there, but someone is not possible to every spread this news everywhere for particularly one by one. It's so difficult because if a newbie is come there, then how they start their journey. For example, purposes, if someone open DTube and he also collect a video any other site and drop there, and he also use his own DTC power for voting
Mm-hmm.
purposes, then
Yeah,
it is misuse or abuse. My question, hope you
yeah.
understand.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, that's exactly what I was going to get to next is the actions taken dictate what the community response will be. So I have had discussions with leaders, and the general consensus is original content and voted content should be original content. So it's like if you're sharing a third-party link, it is intended to be your content, that it's stuff that you've created, one of your channels, or something you have permission to use and monetize. But it isn't being rejected so far, the third-party share option, because without a way of ensuring the people that are sharing original content that they are secure, they have a way of verifying, we can't really take away or enforce the negative side of people sharing content that isn't theirs. Without, this is where you have Nanel operating with his bots. He comes across channels, and if you come across a channel that's stealing content, you make sure it's known about in the abuse channels, and if I verify it, I'll follow up and send it on to Nanel, and he'll add it into the gray list, so it's not going to be voted anymore. And if it ends up being stolen content that's getting voted into trending, he flags it. And if that flag doesn't work, or if we end up in a situation of fighting, we can potentially bring the main DTube account into play to then flag it and make it go invisible. You know, that's the general idea. There's steps to it. But what we are still doing, I believe, is defining what is acceptable. So your question is very loaded because it's still up in the air. There is no defined rule. But I would say use your sense of moral compass. Imagine yourself as a creator. Do you want someone taking the content you've created, putting a link on a web page, and getting paid for it? I don't think so. I don't. If I see my content up, I get upset. Exception being the community account. If you're going to share a link, share the OneLoveDTube links from YouTube. I have no problem with that. That's a community account. Now, someone might have
understand.
problem as a curator, right? Someone might argue with that. But at the same time, if you're sharing our links, the OneLove account comes and gives you a little love vote, who's going to argue with that? That's the community saying thank you.
Okay. My second question, I'm interested learning uh, how to make. Actually, you are a witness in OneLoveDTube. You are a
Mm-hmm.
witness in DTube. Then you also voted those people. If you know about uh, those people, then you also voted and curated this. But uh, how many curators in DTube?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm not part of the official DTube team. My position is just OneLoveDTube. I've defined that several times. I insist on staying
Okay,
separate
actually,
because it gives
why
me
I
the
actually
opportunity to speak my mind. Yeah, sorry, Shuva. I'll just keep talking.
actually why I tell this. Actually, few days ago I also get vote in DTube, but recently I cannot uh, get this vote. That's why I also said this. There are any particular reason, and there are
Um,
extraordinary thing like as video related purposes, like as skill purposes
i-
and another purposes.
if
Then I
you
also tell this.
read what Mystic is saying there, um, she's doing what all of us are doing right now. The general rule about DTube is don't ask about a vote. It's actually part of the rules of our community is not to ask for votes, but at the same time, I know you're not asking for a vote, you're asking about why. I'll expand on that and say I can't say anything for DTube specifically, other than the fact of my experience shows they tend to vote high quality content in a given time period. So in one day, if no one posts, no one in a 24-hour period, let's say you got 24 hours, not a single person posts, you could probably post a 5-minute video of sand and it would get a massive vote from DTube. My point being is that we have people on the platform with high quality content. So you're actually in competition with them. So if you're posting at the same time as other people with high quality content and you're not competing, you're not making high quality content, you're not going to get that vote. At the same time, the stakeholders on the platform outweigh the general vote from DTube. So DTube votes anywhere from about 45K up to, I think I've seen a 75K vote. My general votes are 100K. So just me alone as someone voting your content right now is comparable to DTube. And I'm just one of how many leaders, one of how many stakeholders. So what you need to do is actually build your content. Not think about the vote. Not think about like creating content to get it up. But take a couple days, level your content up, structure it, edit it, and I guarantee you, if you start doing that on the regular, you'll start getting regular DTube votes. If they see that you are taking the emphasis to try expand your content, they're real people, they're real curators. I know that much. They will try support you on your journey. But at the same time, you have to compete with the other people on the platform.
Okay, I understand fully. But Duke, are you hear me?
Yeah, continue talking. I'm just going to try find my frickin' smoker.
Okay. First of all, I'm a content creator, but my content creating system is totally different. Actually, I also try to cover everything around us, around my us, such lively. When I see my video, actually, it's a kind of live video, such as live video, because I'm not too interested any kind of editing and others, because I just try
Well,
to
that
focus
is
everything
your
lively.
choice.
That's that's my concept. But one of the most important thing, those people judge video. Uh, those people judge video and those people curate video. How to accept how to their mind, such as they depend on editing, they depend on uh, extraordinary like as music and others. Then I also tell try to learn, try to know about this, uh, what kind of video they choice end of the day. That's why I also tell you, maybe you understand.
I know what you're saying, Shuvo. Now, as a content creator, we are in the attention economy. You have to understand what the attention economy is. You're basically fighting for everybody's attention. When we create content, you put it out there, and you want people to view it. So, in theory, you have to play the game. The game of the attention economy is he who does something or does something new gains attention. When you end up being the person gaining attention, someone must compete with you to gain from your attention. Thus, we end up in a situation of blind spot. Why do I have a tank top on? that cut me off mid sentence there, because I just hopped out of the shower, just quick, trying to get on the stream here. when you're, what was I talking about now? Content creator. Damn you, blind spot. You did it. You successfully distracted me. Being a content creator, playing the attention economy. Attention economy means that you have to compete. You're playing that game. You know, you think about like what got trending on YouTube, and it always ended up being that level one-upmanship, the craziest crap, who's doing what, ice bucket challenge, all these stupid frickin' things. But it's always that one-upmanship, the attention economy. That is the attention economy in effect. So as a content creator, either you're being comfortable with what you accept, where you are as a creator, and just producing what you do, and you're not going to worry about trying to drive for more, or you're continuously leveling up your content, trying to reach for that next thing. Oh, Pro Mono 123, mass posting, same video. Yeah, that's a common thing. Someone will get the idea that they can do that and get away with it, which there's always someone that catches it. I'll make sure to follow up on that after this stream. So, second topic. This is an important one. Does DTube need a FIAT to DTube Gateway, DTC? I can't do that. It's chilly in here, man. Come on. Okay. There. Is that better? Give you a better view. I love this chair, by the way. $25 grab. I'm going to slap all sorts of logos on it. Yeah.
You still need to put the logo on it?
Yeah. So, DTube to FIAT Gateway, what is the importance? Where does this stand? What does it mean? You know, why do we need it? We have cryptocurrency. We can exchange. Everybody has a way, decentralized manner. You could buy in, get out. There's 3 exchanges, Whitebit, Ionomy, and Uniswap. I was going to say unicorn. It comes to my mind as a unicorn. But what is the necessity of a FIAT to DTube gateway? Now, this discussion has actually been brought up in leader chat, which is why I'm kind of echoing it, and I hope for your guys' response. I'm actually hoping you agree with me, but feel free to argue, emphasizing this point. This is actually a discussion. I believe that by enabling people to buy into DTube from FIAT directly, some manner, you know, like having our own exchange system as well as selling, even if it follows a percentage higher than the market. So people are constantly paying more than they should and selling for less than they should. If we enable the gateway, someone will use it. Fundamentally, someone. You know, may not be right off the bat enough people to fund the infrastructure, but, you know, point being, someone will use it. I know someone has mentioned they would use it. I believe that part of our problem of onboarding users isn't just this concern about keys that I keep bringing up. It is an issue, but I believe that we could bring up chat. You guys are going nuts in here. Baltic saying credit card. I believe we could enable more people to get interested in the project and get involved. And then also easily solve the problem we see of bandwidth issues. I know, like, I use my father as an example so often. I can't get him involved on DTube as a platform because of the keys, but if we had some stupidly simple system of him being able to buy DTube, it creates him an account, sends him all the information he needs to save in an email, he'd do it just because he'd believe he's investing in me. Right? So, as a fundamental example, I think that really strikes it home. Is like, just some way for the average person to be able to get involved in, may not be their reasons, but to support someone they love. You know, once my father has his email, he could be like, hey, I got this. And I'd be like, oh shit, let's put that to use. Let's make you some more money. And he'd be like, what? And I show him what he's doing. And, you know, he might be like, hey, I made a video. Could you show me how to post it? I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'd love to show you how to post it. And then he's on the venture. You know, once that fire is lit, look at anime. Once that fire is lit, you can't get away from it. He shows up every day.
Oh no, I'm shocked because I'm finding a lot of P right now. Don't ask me why. I'm a curator. Don't pay attention to me.
I had to show you because you're eating on stream. Don't forget, no, it's all good. That's why I do this.
Right now.
All the good curators do.
Actually, don't take it otherwise. Actually, I also tell all question. My place actually is my thoughts. That's why I also share with you. Cause first of all, why I share with you? Cause when I share with you, I believe you also give me a good answer. That's why I also share with you. So yeah, it's really good for me. I also understand. And DTube and OneLoveDTube is totally different. And yeah, there are a lot of curators and there are a lot of people, the investor and other.
Okay, Shiva.
And yeah, it's really important for DTC and voting for both. And it's also important. Uh, I forget this. I also tell this again. Few minutes ago, I also noted this, but I can't remind. Okay, thank you so much for everything. Actually, I totally understand.
Good, buddy. Let's see. Blind spot, Mystic.
Yeah,
do you have anything to add to that?
Some crazy stuff right here. That's why I'm laughing. Sorry.
I know he's
Go give me curator.
These two emoji king and queen over here. You got anything to add about the concept of FIAT to DTube? I believe is like a fundamental. It kind of.
Only thing that I noticed is value has dropped a little bit for G. Whatever.
What was that?
Following DTube coin on Gecko.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, I'm a hoarder, so I'm more of a person that likes years before they act on it.
That is kind of the hope of most of us. Is we're trying to, to wait the long haul. I have a goal of 10K. Once I get to 10K DTube in my active account, I hope to get to 10K delegated to the OneLoveDTube account. And you're thinking you're going? All right, well, Mystic's out of here. I was hoping to get your guys' opinion on the ability to buy with fiat. Do you think it would help? I was trying to scroll up, but your emojis distracted me. Baltic said credit card.
No, credit card.
Credit card.
Yeah. He's mentioning something else.
Credit card.
Do you see how essentially all our projects are tied to Bitcoin price because we don't offer these side market, gateways directly to fiat? It's like a centralization of the market by allowing it to happen.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can buy Ethereum with credit card. I'm sure there's a lot of, bank or whatever you have set up. There was a while back, there was some gateways like you were talking about a couple of years ago, but I don't know if they got shut down or what. But they might. I mean, they might still exist, but they need you to like register an account and all this other stuff. But you could enter in your credit card and then buy a cryptocurrency directly from it. So you can do something like that with like Stripe or something. But I don't know how that would how that would work with regulation. I think it's different than selling a product. You're selling currency. That's not exactly something. I don't know. I guess you can use something like that, Stripe, and build a portal and then just buy and sell from the market.
Would making it loaded accounts, you're selling a loaded account rather than selling the currency itself, make it a different? I think that would.
I don't know. Good question. I just know that like in-game currency is kind of similar to cryptocurrency in a way because it's something that's kind of falls into that weird regulatory region of like, is it worth something or is it like kind of that? I don't know what you call that, but I guess it could be treated similar to just an in-game currency where you're just buying it and then you don't expect any kind of return or anything like that. But it would only be like run one way. I don't know how you could sell it back unless you send them PayPal or something like that. But that's a whole process. So maybe you can just have them buy it.
Yeah, even just a buying gateway would be fundamental, I believe. But I think the revolutionary part to that concept is offering the return, where you're essentially, if you offer the return, you're saying you stand behind your product in a way. You know, it's like saying, look, I'm willing to offer you a refund on your investment because I stand behind my product. Refund at market price or whatever, minus fees or however it works out. But still, it gives some confidence.
Yeah, you can do refunds via Stripe or some of these other credit card processors. So you could have a similar concept, I suppose.
It would have to be like a sale option, though. Sell back your loaded account. You know.
Well, you can't really do that because it's once you have it created. But I'm sure maybe for other stuff, if you send it back like money, then you can have it get transferred back.
Anyways, I do hope, you know, we had Nanel talking about it in leader chat briefly about how we could potentially do it. It wouldn't be too hard. Talked about it once. There wasn't a whole lot of interest. So if you guys have any interest, if you actually think it's a good thing, you know, raise a stink. You know, maybe leave some comments and I'll ping Nanel to read them on any of the One Love videos about it when this one gets posted. So, one last thing, hoping to talk about. So it looks like Taylor's not going to be joining us today. It's about that time. He should be on. You never know. Last topic was discussion for our curators. Now, you guys are awesome. You've been doing a great job.
I feel ashamed.
Why? We've
because
been pulling.
I'm not doing an awesome job. I've been working. I don't been curate. I have curated what, like 20 videos in total. I feel like shit, man.
It's not about trying to compete with each other. It's about achieving the collective goal. So our collective goal is 20 daily videos with a maximum of 50. We're in that range between the 7 or 8 of us that there are now. We're hitting that goal. I'm not doing a whole lot. I stand back. I like to see what you guys do. So I could be out there curating everything, but at the same time, if I see the numbers fall, I'll step up. But you guys on your own are hitting the 20 mark, so that's good. Going forward, you know, trying to find IPFS specifics. Our votes go out bigger on IPFS videos, so anybody that is directly uploading, you get a fat fucking vote when our power starts getting higher. Like, if we have 10 million VP and someone's posting an IPFS video and 2 of you give them a heart, like, they're going to be really freaking happy people. So just remember, hunt for that IPFS content and try support it above YouTube shares, but our bot automatically factors for that. Votes go out less on YouTube links or any other third party. The real point I want to make is about this Curation Bonanza highlight thing that I added. I'll pull it up in Discord. Well, you on mobile can't really see so great. I noticed that now. But you should be able to see enough of it. The Curators channel. If you add a pin, boom, should be able to read that. Pretty centered. Don't forget, Curation team, when you come across something you absolutely love, drop a pin on it like so. And that is the push pin emoji. And it will be dropped in Pinboard for highlight on the Curation Bonanza. This makes it really easy for you guys to submit things and for me to have something to go through. So in the Pinboard, you could see I started off with the first pin. That was the test one, Birdink's video. And then couple more another test pin. And then we have this one here where it looks like I pinned the pin. Right? So very easy. And in Curators only, on those videos, it's just the pin reaction on it. So to do it, you'd react. You could do it on the link or the actual. Looks like we're having an issue right now. Oh, you're finding old videos.
Also work for like older videos, the ones that the Curation bot doesn't accept.
Yeah, you could submit them into the Curation Bonanza. That's no problem. The Curation bot is only for anything that's like up to 3 days old. If you want to give something that's a little bit older, preferably since mainnet launch. So that was November.
Yep.
Yeah. September.
Right. September. Yeah, September, yeah. September.
Yeah. So anything older than that, feel free to drop it, and then you just drop a pin on it. So
Can I ask some questions about the new bots on the Discord?
What bots?
The one that gives the roles.
Oh, Tatsu.
Yeah, that's which does also apparently also shows you do some Viki for a lot of stuff.
Sorry, what was that? It kind of cut out on me.
The Tatsu that also does a lot of Viki for other stuff.
Yeah.
You remember, right? People Black.
Yeah, I do have all that enabled. I just trust people will be responsible. Free for all is NSFF that now, I believe. I think
But so basically, it's like the more you react with the server, the more you rank up, I suppose.
Yeah, the general concept is we have roles. I haven't really dictated a whole lot. Each role has its own little group of abilities throughout the server. I hope to have it a little more involved with actions that you could do, reactions with bots, ability to like, maybe I'll be able to enable certain people to enter people for the Curation Bonanza based on their role throughout Discord. You start off with the base role, you get that in read here first. You react to gain server permission. You react to that message. It gives you the guest role. And you chat with Discord and through any of the channels, and you rank up. Get yourself higher ranks.
You can claim something every day that you have to.
Yeah, that's
a lot of things, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with Tatsu. I haven't built out the shop yet. I don't know how we can do that, or
is that like a paying bot, so I can like add it to my own server?
Oh, it's an open bot. You can, I think if you type !invite. It'll give you the invite link. It's a great bot. We use it in a lot of the main chats, you know. I think MSP Waves even has it, or PalNet, I guess it's called. Yeah, the shop. I eventually hope to have it so you can claim and upvote. So you chat, and then, you know, somehow claim with your tokens or points or whatever. One Love tokens or hearts.
What's a club?
Yeah, what's the clubhouse? Mystic asking. No, Mystic, I haven't. Podcast application. YouTube, yes, and saying he needs to upgrade his RAM. Yeah, I just ended up bumping mine up to 16 gigs not too long ago.
No,
it's needed.
Only now.
Yeah.
Only now, dude. Wow. How did your computer survive with less?
Well, my all-in-one, up until I moved into this place a little over a year ago, I was using strictly my all-in-one for all my editing and everything. It only has 6 gigabytes of DDR2 RAM, or it might be DDR3. It's really old DDR3 if it is.
Old, yeah, that's really old.
I was doing all my editing with Filmora on that.
Wow. No, I have 21 gigs all since the beginning. It's a reasonable amount if you like video editing and editing.
So Clubhouse is an iOS app for meetings. That's interesting. We'll have to look into that. Oh, good night, Hafiz. I enjoy Discord, but it has its limitations. The one thing I want to learn how to do is connect my PCs so I could have this as like a separate rig doing its own thing, operated by commands through Discord, and then I could go over to my all-in-one and I could jump on Discord, join the show, and operate it from a completely separate server. The idea I'm working towards is like, if I have the rig set up with internet somewhere, anyone with the appropriate commands can come into OneLove, start the show. That's what I'm working towards. So Anime, you'd be essentially, the role I'd give people is the heart surgeon role. So right now we have Hafiz and Blind Spot in here. They're heart surgeons. They're people I trust. When the day comes that I can get that working, they would be able to come in and say, you know, exclamation point, or, you know, let's say giant D, giant D, start streaming. And then we start streaming and it'll just automatically go live.
But from like, it streams from dookie13.com, or it's like your own stream that's...
I'm hoping to have it on everything. At that point, I am hoping to have somehow plugged into a live. So automatically we're streaming onto DTube, we're streaming onto Hive. But I also hope to plug a live into Restream. And if I set it up with the, just set up a general template stream set it up automatically with all my information. It'll be very generic streams to start off with, but if we actually have something, I can customize the topics afterwards. That'll make it so I could plummet to anywhere. Just key it up, go live. Everybody, you'd be able to sit here. Anybody could sit here and just be like, oh, let's go live for like 6 hours for no fucking reason and just stream dead air just because we can. You know, that's what I'm going towards. Or let's see how long we can stream music until we get, you know, shut down on YouTube. Or community shows up and somebody wants to host a giveaway. And it pings everybody and 10 people show up and you say, let's do it live. You know, like, it doesn't exist yet. And I think that's what is interesting to me, is it doesn't exist and there's nobody really working on it or talking about it or interested in creating that connection for a Discord bot to be able to control a streaming rig. And then whether or not the systems are available to actually make it go out live as well is kind of the big question mark. So I have a couple steps I need to work on for that one. Oh no.
Dude, where's dude? In the house. Dude is in the house.
He's feeling embarrassed about seeing your legs.
My legs? Oh, hello. Sorry. Visually.
All three of them.
Damn.
You see Mystic with the looking glass there. She's trying to get a closer view.
I have to. No, next time I won't take a shower before I come to the stream.
We both do the same thing, eh? That's what I do too, is I go like, this is something I could talk about that I really been discovering recently, is waking moments, brain state. You know, like, I don't understand all the terms. There's alpha, beta, theta, something else, brain states, creativity, you know, how it relates to waking moments, and then like things that I do when I wake up to be able to engage myself. I woke today and I did not want to get on stream. Straight up, I woke today. I was like, fuck you guys. That was what I thought. Yeah, I was like, God damn, I gotta get up and I gotta talk to Shuvo. I gotta like host a show. I gotta, you know, like all these different things just started swirling first thing in the morning. It's weird, you know, like the things that usually I might be looking forward to. Like, I look forward to engaging Shuvo. I find it empowering to know that there's someone out there that actually follows me for me. Like, that's
Shuvo is one of the biggest fans, yeah.
That's what any creator could ask for.
How the hell am I third and Shuvo is like 20, I don't know, in the ranking? How is that possible?
He talks, he doesn't chat so much, not so text. So the morning routine.
I can't understand.
Shuvo is there, huh? What?
No. I can't understand. Please tell again this.
What you want?
Yeah.
You want to know about being my follower?
Yeah, Blind Spot needs also a follower.
You do, Shuvo.
Sorry.
Shuvo is like lost connection.
No, I'm not.
Blind Spot has his own Shuvo.
Anyway, I also
so does Mystic.
Seriously, you also tell this word again. I'm interested to know about this. Please. tell this word again. Duke or enemy, both.
You're the
About
best,
D?
Shuvo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says.
No. Actually, please, Duke. Why you tell this word? Please.
Well, what I
It's
was getting
urgent
to,
for.
I was getting to describing how in the morning I'm finding taking the time away from all this digital stuff. So like I woke up and I was like, all these things are just swirling in my head. That's my anxiety. My waking thoughts are creative, but I have to fight with the swirling thoughts. Now, if I pick up my phone right away and I start looking at it, then those swirling thoughts get like fixed in my mind. But what I'm noticing is if I go and I start embracing like the creative thing and I start journaling, I get up every morning and I spend like half an hour, 45 minutes just writing whatever's on my mind, whatever comes up, ideas. I come up with video topics, all sorts of crazy things first thing in the morning when your brain is in that between state from beta to theta, I believe is what it's called. Anywhere from beta to theta, your active state is beta, I think. Alpha is like instinctual. Theta is like the dream state, subconscious. Then there's like the deep REM, you go into a different wave state. So when you're in that
Sleep
creative...
state.
What's that?
Sleep is like 3 states, right?
Yeah,
Sleeping.
yeah, but you have like that key state when you're like, the best way to describe it is Einstein would sit there with a rock, right? He'd go sit in his chair.
He let the rock falling like, yeah.
And then when it would hit the
Okay, Duke,
chair,
I understand
it
this.
would wake him up every time. So it's the brain state at that time. Now, what a lot of people don't know is you're programming your mind. Those are the same states that they use to program your mind with like the TV, flashing lights. You know how they like, you go and you're just zoned right into the TV. It triggers a certain state and you lose track of time and you're the most receptive to your stimulus in those points. So that's the same state when you wake. So what you do within the first hour of waking, some people 2 hours, is the most crucial activity of the day. What you do. So to try and inspire my creativity, I dump my thoughts down. Writing, a physical action of writing, is creative. It sparks that creative process. Hi, dude.
Vas-y, fume vas-y, fume avec nous. Mets ta cam, dude. Come on.
Yeah, dreaming after wake up. Well, and that's just it. Is you're trying to encourage some of those thoughts that are floating around in your subconscious while you're dreaming, and then while you're waking, that are fleeting ideas, to stay longer throughout the day, to inspire that creative, to give a different context to the way you're viewing the world, to it's always something that I have to do, that I need to either engage that creative thing or I end up lost within anxiety. Now, the part where you...
Come on, dude. I know you can. Do your best.
Okay, Duke.
Try get him on here, are
Sorry
you?
for
Oh, I hear something.
Vas-y,
He's
dude.
trying.
Vas-y, dis quelque chose.
Oh, no audio though, dude. Sorry, dude. His microphone's having issues still.
Ah, okay.
Duke, are you hear me?
Oh yeah, I hear you just fine, Shuvo.
Good. Sorry for interrupt. Actually, I also realized this. Maybe this how your morning is starting. Am I right?
Yeah, most mornings, that's how I start. Do a good set of journaling. And then from there, it is... Anime was talking about hopping on the shower. And this is where I was leading. Is like, I need to center myself even before getting in the shower. So I woke up this morning, I wrote, I did my stuff, I connected with people in chat afterwards, finally picked up my phone, talked to you guys, said, okay, I'm getting ready, scheduled the stream. But then I need to, before I do anything creative, it's like a habit now. If I'm going to record a video, I go have a shower. Something about standing in the shower brings in those theta thought waves, like I lose myself. It's known science that in the shower it inspires creativity. So I use that to my advantage. I'll most times have a piece of paper right outside the shower, and I get up and dry my hands, and before I'm completely dry, I write down whatever thought I had in the shower. I just let my brain go and evolve. And I don't pay attention to anything. It's like I start the shower, and I hop out of the shower, and it's like a blip in time to me because I lose myself to those thoughts. Write them down, and some of my best ideas come out. What's today's topics? Does DTube need a FIAT pair? That came to me while I was in the shower. Even though I was having discussion in leader chat, it never dawned on me to actually have the discussion on stream. Just an example.
Okay, good. So it's really good for me in this morning in your time. I also with you virtually. It's really great, great for me. So actually, those people are watching. Oh, sorry, listening this show. I also welcome again because today, uh, well tech. Okay, hello, well tech.
No
Nice
worries,
to meet
Shivo.
you. Actually,
The
I don't know well tech. That's why I also tell this.
he's one of the developers within OneLoveDTube. You've heard him talk a couple times.
Okay, that's good.
We
Okay, carry
have
on.
Blind Spot chatting in. Where did it go? I get my thought waves at night. So I should expand on that. Like I also journaling, I'm also doing it at night. It's an idea that actually came through like the list of the seven things that the most successful people in the world all do. A list created by someone that interviewed everybody, blah 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 blah. The list actually stands to be pretty true. I don't believe the whole backstory, but the list stands pretty true based on what I saw. And the number one rule is do not pick up your phone within the first hour or in the last hour of your day. Never. You never do it. So I'm trying to apply that. So instead of picking up my phone, I pick up my journal and write and kick those theta waves into high gear. And dude,
Okay,
what's
Duke.
a phone?
I share.
It
I
would be the
share with
same
you
as
a.
staring at a screen there, dude. So like a laptop, that'd be the same.
Uh, Duke, I also share a joke story with you. Uh, I need a chance.
Yeah, all
Actually,
tech.
few days ago, enemy asked me, uh, "What's the oldest profession in this world?" So, okay,
Warning,
enemy.
warning. NSFW content coming right up.
It's not okay. Okay. I understand, but my point of view is totally different. Today, my question is a topic in human nature. It's common human nature. I also throw a question, a perfect human nature, uh, such as actually, I'm interested to know a virtual human nature how to play this role. Enemy, I also told you and Duke. Please tell me about this common human nature in virtual world. how they play this.
Well,
nature.
human nature.
Yeah.
It's
Elemental. You cannot put it in. You cannot actually calculate it. It's impossible.
the easiest way to define it in the virtual world is without consequence. We see the worst possible behavior come from the best possible people. So it's the virtual world is essentially an easy way to get a judgment of someone's true character. What they are projecting gives away much what they do say, what they don't say. If you know the person on a personal level and you see them projecting themselves in a different manner, then you can make a judgment call, right? So the virtual world is, it's not
I
easily
believe
definable that way.
I believe virtual world is totally different. But uh, look, sometimes it's create a good relationship. There are a lot of people here. I don't know each other personally. But why I come there? My question, why I come there? But I love you, first of all. And you also said this is a family show. It's, that's why I come there. But one thing always uh, realize my mind and my head and my surrounding. Uh, there are a lot of sites, lot of people are here. But when I mix uh, every people, there have uh, extraordinary activities. That's mean human nature. This nature is okay. I also throw a question, and I also chat with a unknown person. Okay, that's it. Fine. Okay, but they have a something need. They have a something need, such as attention or everything. Am I right?
Well, you're kind of
You are,
getting onto that topic of your intentions for the platform and whatnot again there, Shuvo. Everybody has needs, yeah. But what ye provide will be often reflectant of what ye take away. And I use myself as an example. Look at what I've provided. Years of blind faith, you could say, in some way, because I found something that empowered me, so I chose to stick with it. Whether or not I was told to do other things, I just stuck with what I was comfortable with. See dude trying to chat in. Still nothing yet, dude. And then Duke did some shrooms. What did I do shrooms after?
To the moon, my friend. To the moon.
Baltic saying not sure if it's family friendly show.
Conversation. I'll be so happy. I know I'm gonna have so much fun.
I love waves. Why are we talking about waves? What's going on? Oh man.
Let's go with.
okay, enemy. How was your time?
Well, working hard, half the day all by myself because my boss told me, you know what, just be all by yourself. I was all by myself. So yeah, but it was a great
Working
and
hard.
working hard, great
Why,
and
man?
productive. I
Why,
had to
man?
go twice, 8 floors up,
How many? How
twice.
many
No,
elevators set up today?
yeah, no, you don't build one elevator in one day, dude. That's not the.
You you
You
working hard in real life or virtual life?
Huh?
You working hard in real life or virtual? Virtual means internet life.
No, at the moment,
Yeah.
I'm working hard
Y-
both. So
Oh yeah, that's a
I
great
come out,
answer.
I
You're
do my
brilliant.
stuff, and then I go back running home to do my other stuff on the PC. And in the meanwhile, while I'm on the train, I'm already doing stuff.
That's about all of us.
Yep.
And
And
that's
then
the
people
life
tell
of the creator.
content, content
Unless
creator.
you have a team behind you. Guys, I don't know how it happens, but somehow they manage to get a team behind them. Who knows? Maybe that's what's happening for One Love right now. We got a team behind us. I'm the host. You guys show up as co-hosts. I got curators working to highlight content. We got Bird Inc. as like a marketing DTube representative that brings legitimacy to the bullshit that I have to spew. Or at least legitimate argument to the bullshit I have to spew. And, like, how does it happen? Well, fuck, it starts somewhere. If anything's going to make it into YouTube trending or some sort of thing that surpasses what I have been able to do on my own, it's going to be this community stream. I believe it's already doing that.
One thing that you should do when you're like multi-streaming, you should drop the link of the videos from every site so that people can go on that site and interact there also. So like if you're now streaming on Twitch, I could go to Twitch and drop some comments in the chat box. I know the thing is to get them away from there. I know that's the meaning of pull people away from those sites. Understand that?
Mm-hmm.
You need the interaction on the site to like convince people. So you need like ambassadors on all your streams to like tell people, hey, come look at DTube or come join our community on Discord, whatever not.
Yeah. I'm slowly getting to that, but getting the people active and where to get them active. Now that we have people showing up regularly on the stream, maybe I can think a little bit more about that. Who would be interested on operating as the moderator for Twitch and like customizing our channel and shit, and who would be interested on YouTube, which is broken. I'm only streaming to Facebook and Instagram today and a few others. Twitch is broken too for some reason.
Fuck Twitch and Twitter also.
I wonder if my playing music yesterday got me in trouble. The stream went up no problem, but there might be further consequences coming. I never really know. I ended up playing one or two songs that weren't in my normal playlist.
Instagram? You need to be on the phone.
Yeah, not Instagram, sorry, Periscope. I get those two confused. Periscope, Twitter.
Instagram.
Yeah, there's no
like 10 seconds or 1 minute.
I don't think there is Instagram streaming yet, unless you're on the mobile thingy.
And even on the mobile, you cannot stream, I think. I don't know. No. I have it, but I never actually tested. Actually, you should like put one of the pages here on the Discord with all your links, all the sites that you're on, so that people know where to find you. Also, if they are also like on that side.
Yeah.
Like me, I could follow you on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter, on there's like multiple sites.
Part of that is all just getting the time to build it out. I need to build a web page for the OneLoveDTube links on the OneLoveDTube page. So many other things going on at the same time.
Please do work on that. Please, but work on it. When I go to your site, I was like, it feels so empty. It's so empty.
Yeah.
It just feels so.
We need someone that has a bit of WordPress experience to help work on that. I could do so much. We also need someone to keep it updated. That's the other thing, is like these DTube posts don't go there, so I got to go cross post them. Like after this stream, if I actually lay it out and all the different things that I would like to achieve after this hour-long stream, I have about 6 hours of work ahead of me. I got to start by cutting it, posting it to YouTube, making sure that all works, writing the post, getting that up on DTube, cross-posting that to the various different streams, post that to our OneLoveDTube page, then also think about cutting clips to create highlight clips to post to Twitter for promotion to the next show. Then also, like, it keeps going on. It
Hey Duke,
also
I have a
then
proposal for
relies
you.
on, what's that?
Actually, my proposal for you, every day, actually, we are also try to gossip each other in chatting or voice. Maybe you also noticed this, but a few days ago, I also shared this kind of topic with enemy in a uh, s- like every week, a single day or 2 or 3 day, or it's depend on your issue. Uh, it's really need for good for us, because yeah, it's a uh, maybe today is right now Tuesday, such as yeah, this, today is Tuesday. Uh, okay, every Tuesday is Duke show. So yeah, I also, to be honest, I also engage a lot of server uh, in Discord. Actually, I also waste my time, and I also spend my time with other server for my uh, conversation and other purposes. So if a day for selected day for your hosting purposes, okay, it's a Duke show. So in this day, I also uh, spend my time with Duke show. So it is possible if you maybe you understand my question. Uh, from
You're
the heart.
asking about how to promote? Is that what you're saying?
Actually, enemy,
Yes.
maybe actually Duke. I also cleared this. Try to again. Uh, maybe your uh, show every week Tuesday, a fixed time. We are also come there and gossiping with each other and chatting, and it's a uh, and it's a good communication, because a lot of people are also come there this schedule time. They're also excited for listening to you. It's a different feelings, but every day we are also conversation randomly. uh, they have noticed, be truth, they have noticed. But if a week, a scheduled day, we are also conversation uh, with each other, and conversation a different topic. I believe that it's a very different tasteful and very memorable. That's why I also tell with you, is it possible?
Not quite sure exactly what you're asking.
Okay, I also typing then translate with you.
Okay.
That's the thing. Duke, just one little
Vault.
question.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, about your involvement with the blurred token.
Very minimal so far. I'm there and I hold the token.
But what is it for, and where does it come from?
Blurt is another Steam fork, kind of just like Hive, but not so advanced. They're moving to a new chain eventually, I heard. Pretty big community. There's no flags, which was the big change. There's no downvotes. Interesting how it relates to the future. Actually, a great way to put it into perspective. Bird Inc. worked with Jacob and the other founders of Blurt to kick off Blurt. Bird Inc. started the Blurt Mob, which is the community Twitter hustle thing, and ended up he lost any of his position in the project. Not to go into details, but
F3 will be applied on this month, says it.
so it's Hard Fork 3 they're calling it. But isn't it technically like a new blockchain, Zahid?
An update.
Zahid would be the one, I think, to have the most information about us on it.
Ah, see, yeah, he's dropping. Nice.
That's Jacob there. He's founder of Blurt.
That's what it's good. Are they like in a way involved in DTube?
I was trying to have discussion with Jacob and a few of the other developers. I think that actually led me to Zahid. It might have been Zahid. It might have been someone else. I was led to discussing it with one of the developers that are active on Blurt about incorporation with DTube. So it's something they are interested in. I don't know where it's gotten to. This post by Jacob, Hard Fork 3 testnet begins. After a ton of work by Cryptomancer and Richard, Hard Fork 3 is complete and will begin testing. Let's see, what does it talk about? There isn't really a great...
Wow, so
write-up.
small. 80 lines of code.
Yeah. It's very vague.
Yeah, actually. It kind of starts a little bit technical and then he's go completely off track.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's one thing I noticed about Jacob at discussion with him. I was trying to talk to him about working on the Smoke blockchain, the things that we need to do. If he has any developers, anybody that's interested, wondering if we could get funding for a project to save the platform. He ended up getting kind of off topic and led into like fork the chain and start a new thing, and right. So as he writes here, Richard's new economic design takes Blurt into a new realm. He has studied these issues for years, and his ideas were always soundly rejected on other platforms. I have spent a lot of time, although regrettably not as much as I'd like, time talking on the phone, and I believe this is new and very simple algorithm. Will take Blurt to the next level. Doesn't really discuss what it's about, other than saying the teams come together. Yehay's working on the front end, Frankie won front end, and Saboyne during a recent attack. Mega Drive is business partner and friend, and Frankio doing the documentation and exploration of WireGuard. It's like
Nice.
I don't know about
There's
you,
some-
but it's a fundamental downfall of our platforms that they don't have like a corporate face to their team. And I criticize DTube of this as well. And we should have kind of like a public face that, why am I looking at Jacob's post in representation of Hard Fork 3? Is there an actual blurt representation? But then you end up at this concept of decentralization and who's in charge of making that post for the representation of the decentralized platform. But that's why we end up, like, I'm looking at this and it's like, okay, this is so unprofessional. Not to criticize you, Jacob, not to say anything negative, but when I seen Hard Fork 3 post, I expected a little bit more. You know,
I think he's working on blur.
some images. You know, like images. Give me some images, Jacob. Come on, Jacob. Give me something.
Oh, by the way, Shuvo told you. So Shuvo actually wanted. So he was saying that if the show was fixed during the week, that it would be better. That's what Shuvo.
I agree, Shuvo. We'd get a better turnout if I could actually fix it at a specific time. Some days I can, some days I can't.
Isn't like the weekend better? Or on the weekend?
Weekends are kind of my time with the fiance, so it's actually worse. During the week, I'm okay, but when I go back to work, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do it on the regular.
Let me a chance again. My question, my proposal for you: if your show was fixed at any time of the week, then your show would be better, because we have many active users who cannot join due to the time lag. If your show had the right time, everyone could join your show in the right way and they would know everything. Hope if you understand.
What's good time for
that's really
for one area of the world isn't a good time for the rest of the world, though. Like my show, to host it at 9:30, I have to get up at 7:30 and start preparing for it. Which then,
okay, I understand.
That time doesn't work out for Bird. So
Earth is not flat, Shivo.
Yeah. But
hey, Kola. Hey, dude, what's up?
Question.
So,
Nah, just feeling sad. Thinking about a new.
Why, man? Why?
Just thinking about the new month of Feb. You know, always one month of the year, 7 days of the Feb really makes Earth quite a bit bad. Yeah, forget about that anyway.
Actually, Kola, I also throw a proposal for Duke. If the show a fixed date, then we guys also come there easily for hangout purposes.
I mean, yeah, but see, that will never work out. See, that's what we're trying to say. Earth is never been a flat, and we are not in a parallel universe. So I mean, like, whenever the people can join, they can join, and the questions will be keep on getting answered. So people may not. I mean, like, see, I'm also at your same, almost your same time zone, but I'm just trying to hop in whenever it's free. So it'll never work out. So we did try once. It didn't work out. So this is why we're just keeping whenever we can go live and people are joining whenever they will be comfortable with. As you can see, Anime 4 on his bed, staying comfy and having some food, and Yuki in his open AC wear so that he can save his energy bills without AC, showing those guns right over there. Yeah. Still, wait till the Valentine's Day, dude. Wait till the Valentine's Day.
I'll have to wear a heart. A heart tank top.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know. You guys understand or not understand my question? I don't know.
Yeah, we got it, dude. We got it.
Actually, we have a lot of user, but one of the most important thing, and when this said me when Duke show is start, I can't replay this answer. Be true, to be honest, cause
I mean,
I have no information.
like you
If I
can
have
just write it.
information, yeah,
See, most of them always have a new question and may not be having ideas. So that is why there is already a FAQ. And if you have any other questions, you can just go on to the Reddit. Every once in a week, we just get a lot of questions. Like a recent yesterday's question, some user, I think she's a new user. She created a key and she's trying to log in with the login key and she couldn't get a login. She didn't understand why she isn't able to trying to log in. Simple it has a simple answer. She until unless I seen the question, I just ask her, did you hit the goddamn save button? So she always trying to create a private login key, but she can't able to log in because she didn't save the keys. She just have to hit the save button. And in the same way, people always have the question. The only thing is you just get to write it down in a text format or ask it in a Reddit. It'll just take time, but surely it'll get just resolved. So for the question's sake, we can't keep on keeping a one goddamn schedule. We are just not. We are not YouTube yet. We don't have a
Yeah.
creator academy or creator camp. So
Creator Academy.
that's the Twitch and YouTube thing. It's not our thing yet. So we have to wait for that.
Actually, we do have a Creator Academy. It's called Dookie. You go through the Dookie
Uh,
Academy. You get
Yeah.
Dookie.
It's called
you
One
do,
Love.
now if you go on with that, and people will be start asking for the what sponsorship for education and what certification and what not shit.
Well, they could cash in their DTube. We'll
Uh-huh.
promote them to try get votes.
Everybody wins.
We'll line them up with topics. We'll be like, okay, you got to do a how-to video on DTube sign up. It needs to be 4K quality, and we'll write them a script.
But that doesn't goes under a creator studio. That goes under learn yourself thingy.
Well, if we offer
we
them
can
the
try.
advice, we're like, hey, you just join in the live stream and we'll criticize you every day to get better.
Yeah.
You just spank. You just make a new video.
Spank it.
Make something better.
Oh, we got Voltic asking me if I'm going to be posting to 3Speak. Yeah.
Why not? Free speech, man. Free speech, right? Isn't that all about free speech?
Yeah, right.
I am a bit of an platform, let's say, loyalist. I don't want to say no, I'm not going to post to 3Speak, but what I have noticed is the general culture of Hive doesn't appreciate cross promotion. So the fact that all my streams and everything got this OneLoveDTube all over the place, we're going to be talking about DTube and promotion of DTube. 3Speak is a video platform. It is our direct competitor on Hive. I don't think the Hive community will actually appreciate that action of mine.
Yeah,
even though
it was kind of a toxic mess.
Yeah, even though the same people would appreciate me posting on DTube the same content. It's a weird finessing.
Complication, I tell ya.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just you're uploading one single porn at 500 websites. You're just wasting your time. That's how it would look like. So it doesn't make any sense and won't worth it at all.
Well, here we got.
But of course, we'll figure that out when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Have to see.
Zahid bringing to our
big.
attention recent message out of the DTube Discord today. The fifth part of the airdrop is active, guys. Thank you, Zahid.
Not only fifth part, it's maybe last part.
Yeah, it's
free ad
I still never understood the airdrops.
No, there's a sixth
actually,
part. There's
sorry?
6 in total. There's 6 in total.
Yeah, this is the last one.
To understand the airdrop, basically, DTube had a period of a test net. On that test net,
my channel started in the testnet period.
So you should have claimed a small amount of whatever. How you generated amount of your reward for the airdrop was based on the rewards you generated for DTube platform by posting on Steam in their testnet. You had to have your account linked to Steam, posting to Steam. It goes back as long as DTube's been collecting rewards, as far as I know. So the history of DTube, as long as you've been posting the rewards that they got off you, they had a certain proportion of the DTube starting circulating supply that they were going to divide to all the people that have contributed to the rewards that DTube got from content. So the percentage on the post that they were taking in Steam essentially got paid back to you in DTube based on what percentage of the overall pool that DTube was able to generate from you posting onto Steam.
Though,
what's up?
I need sleep. It's deep night here.
Yeah, we're gonna call it a night here as well, I think. Thank you everybody for turning up. Any last questions before we shut it down?
When are we going to
When are we going what?
To the moon.
I would say
that got cancelled. We're just directly going to the different in a different galaxy. Moon is already reached. Let's
GameStop. GameStop to the moon.
Just think outside the box. Moon and Mars are inside the box. Just outside the box.
So we skipped the moon. Skipped to the moon, went to the universe.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, now that you know more about the Wall Street bets and the and that what just happened with the GameStop, what do you know? Can you say something about that now? Do you know something more about it?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you ask me, see, from the starting, I mean, like, when the internet started and people started buying the games and whatnot shit, GamerStop is one of the hardcore thing to the gamers and newbies and sims and pimps whatnot shit, where people used to get there, collect there, talk about shit and think about get their retro games. But when the online downloads got started and PS and Xbox started their direct downloads, and I'm like, who goes to the store? I mean, like, see, if you want a gift card or whatnot shit, you need not go to the store. Yeah. So when the online sales about got started, GameStop, they didn't think about it. Now they're just paying for not. It's just like a Nokia, man. So they didn't go with that trend, and that what they screwed up. Now even if the stock's gone like what before the Wall Street bets hitting them. And Elon Musk tweeting about the GameStop, the share is what around like $70, and it's gone up like $560 to $590, and it stabilized at $395. And see, even the GameStop got money Okay, GameStop, of course, when you buy shares, of course, GameStop will get some share money. What fuck the brokerage and whatnot shit. Even they got money, what they're going to do, because they already got into the losses. So they need to create a whatever the strategic plan right now. Whenever the shares are quite a bit stable and it's okay now. But if they don't think about it or do whatever the thing they wanted when the name is up in the market, where everyone knows about the GameStop, until unless they collab with the some things and make GameStop into a merchant store, or make it into a gamer academy kind of a stuff, or keeping play joining with a Twitch or YouTube and saying, see, hey, we are GameStop, whoever wanted to stream and you don't have internet, or if you're a YouTuber or whatnot shit, come into the GamerStop, play games with us, play over here. In
Voila.
that type kind of a perspective will get the people there, and fuck the downloads. There is like 5% chances people will surely buy in within the game store, and booze, forget the booze, the drinks, the soft drinks, and a party culture will attract the people. It will be like a gamer spot to people to stay, until unless some big brains think about it. If not, doesn't people gonna lose money?
Yeah,
History
but
repeats.
see what they did with like when there's like the big cats do it, it's legal. When the people do it, it's become now it's kind of like a protest. It's illegal. They shouldn't be able to do it. What the? You know
But
what I mean?
it's
Yeah.
always been that way, though. The step to be able to go into controlling securities and whatnot requires a license to be able to trade. That's why so many people get in trouble. Specifically in the U.S., if your cryptocurrency or project ends up being called a security and you've launched an ICO, it's technically illegal. You've illegally sold securities, I think is how it goes. How that relates to this GameStop situation is kind of relevant to who's allowed to do trading and whatnot. Anytime we see situations where they open up the doors for the general population, they want it to be in a small controlled manner. Even penny stocks, when they move from a certain portion, you could buy and sell penny stocks without too much need to go to a broker or anything like that. But when it gets to a certain level, you end up almost requiring a broker. There is no if, ands, or but about it. They've have the system set up to require the middlemen, the brokers, to then be able to get involved. Otherwise, it isn't available to us. The middlemen make it available to us. So we have trust in those middlemen per se, which are the people that are playing both sides of the card. They're the ones that are trying to take value from the hedge fund, as well as trying to take value while building value for the people on the front end. Good night, Shuvo.
Right, Chuvo?
And
The hard
world is
part with GameSpot is that they need, like Koala hinted at, they need to produce a physical product to maintain their value that they're at now. That's the, and the fact that Robinhood was shut down.
Stop.
Yeah, GameStop, pardon me. And then Robinhood as an app, the exchange was shut down from trading it because of what reason? It was relevant to the fact that the trades are being made by non-brokers, I believe was the argument that was put forward. Yeah, GameSpot.
No, it was supposed market manipulation, high volatility, or whatever.
Yeah, that's what it is. But
Yeah.
those questions stand into play on all things. How many times have they stopped the trading on the entire market because gold took a tank? If gold goes through the roof, they'll stop it as well because they don't want to see the tank afterwards. So
Silver,
same thing. This question mark, the only reason why it's getting any traction right now is because there are people that aren't investors doing the trading on the controlled market that have the idea that it works like a free market. It's not. We're told it's a free trade exchange market world trade, but it really isn't. If they can shut it down at a moment's notice, it's not free. And if you watch the times at when they shut it down and the things that are going on historically, you could see how the act of shutting down the market is itself market manipulation. So their control of the market is to stop manipulation by manipulating the market. Yeah, I think that made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just all people. People doesn't care about the people. People care about only about the rich people who has the power to control it. What is good at one country wouldn't be good at other country because
No.
the other country riches declare is it a good or not. So simply world fucked up, and it has to hit a restart, goddamn restart button, and humans shouldn't be controlling it.
I think we just need all these corporations to really enter into a decentralized free market and see how things go. Problem being that then again, that requires that fiat to cryptocurrency gateway per se. And that of itself becomes a huge catch-22 because I think anyone that's offering that has to pay 30% of their profits. So everything ends up massively upsold. Right? There are solutions, but to be able to do it in a legal fashion, we end up having to play their game anyways, their game of like control and either paying them to have our freedom or working around the systems of control, which then makes us illegal. And you want to be legal, I guess, is the end goal of everything. We want this to be maybe not legal, but not illegal. You know, you don't want to go to China and fucking use your Bitcoin goddamn loaded card and get arrested for it because you supported the cryptocurrency endeavor, you know, as I hear that like China's pretty crazy right now when it comes to crypto.
Really don't like
No, they, I
Why
have
they
still
don't like
never
it?
heard back from Crypto Talk. I've spoken about it a few times. If ever, Crypto Talk, you happen to come on, if anybody knows Sida, Crypto Talk, how to get a hold of him, I'd love to get a hold of him, make sure he's still alive. Because he's founder of Partico. He's supposedly still active, but I haven't found any recent activity of his own. And yeah, he went back to China during the beginning of the whole uprising and never returned. He's the founder of Partico. Last thing I heard was he was going to get back to us when he could get time. He was having a hard time accessing internet outside of China. And then it just went silent. Project went dormant. Project died. You know, at the time, it was taking over Steam as the #1 app.
Isn't it closed source too?
Yeah, it's closed source. He had intention of opening the source once he had a finished project. He didn't want anybody forking it and then continuing to beat him to the end product. But he never got to the open source. I've talked to a couple people. They said the project was bought, but I don't think he ever released the source to the new person either, which brings me to the question of like, what happened to Sida? Where did he go? All I know is he went back to China. Maybe for his own safety, he had to cut himself off from that world. You know, I have to face that reality that maybe by trying to contact him, I'm actually putting his life in jeopardy. Not just his, but his family's, because he went back for family reasons. It's a scary little reality about cryptocurrency.
Dude, if you're whoever person Duke is talking about, if you're saying this, you can send the code in a postal way. No one will read the complete code. We'll just scan the code and make it live in the open source if you're okay with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Send it to
Or-
India. Send it to goddamn India. Okay, China and India has a lot of issues, so India is okay to read whatever the code it is. So we
Yeah.
don't even have a clue what to do with the crypto. We are stuck in the middle of the race, so no one cares about the crypto much. So send it to India. From there, we'll ship it whatever the code it is.
Yeah, I believe he's required to hand the code over to the new owner. I don't know if payment was ever made or anything. That's all kind of speculation on my behalf, but sad to see that a project had so much interest died. Like they just created their own. They're lining up to go SMT, smart media token, like the non-fungible token kind of style as well. Having their own badges that could get rewarded and sold, having their own activity point system that relates to rankings and getting points. The points would then be tied to an SMT smart contract usable for promoting your content on two factors. You could get promotion within the app to get promoted into trending, but you could also get votes through their main account, which you could exchange your tokens in to get up to a $10 vote. So it was like this huge, like self-revolving, self-promoting, I don't know, rewarding tool for engaging people. I loved it. It was awesome. Everything worked the way I needed it to. But then every once in a while, you'd end up with people that would argue the fact that it's like a vote circle. Oh, well, you're delegating to Partico and they vote all your content. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to delegate to Partico and vote all my content. Of course, I'm Partico partner here. I'm actually representing and promoting the content on a regular basis. I mean, I got it not on my wall currently, but I got my Partico swag all over the place. Freaking probably got a book in one of my drawers here. Anyways, it was a big part of my little adventure, that Partico thing, but the Steam community was partially rejecting the fact that they were creating further means for people to take funds out of the account, out of Steam, out of the economy. And that's where we end up. They got attacked. They first off and wanted them to go open source. The pressure started for open source. Shortly after that, his life situation happened, and we never got the final end of it. But sad thing to see how such a great project was able to be squashed. First squashed, like it started losing its interest because of the community rejection of its closed source nature, but then just completely lost because it wasn't open source to begin with. Like, that's a very sad state of events. Well, if there's nothing else anybody wants to discuss, I think we're going to take off for today. Thank you, Anime, Blind Spot, and Koala, sticking it through right to the end today.
Yay. Thanks, man. It
I'm
was
wondering.
really useful.
Yeah, I try. That's why I'm taking the AMA approach as well. Any questions you guys got, now's the time to ask. Everybody will get an answer.
A lot of
Well, if we're not asking, how do people know, right? I mean, some of my best questions have resulted in changes in the platform, so just keep asking questions, guys. That's it for today's OneLoveDTube. From the heart, dropping a Dookie live broadcast. Not so dropping a Dookie this day, which is good. Smooth.
Yep. It's fun,
Throw
man.
on some tunes, I think. Let's let this run for a little bit longer. I think I want to test my my audio filters before I go. So I'll throw on what's left of our playlist. Oh, which, remind everybody, don't forget to get your faces into Anime for the World,
Yes.
who is
Yeah.
going to be the author we're now playing. That's for our intro video, 2 DTube for every person that enters. Possibly multiple per people if we don't get enough entries, so give them a couple links to work with. Might get yourself even more DTube. Oh, here's Anime for the World.
See ya. Peace.
Have a good one, Koala. It's good to have you.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
Yeah. I love the Brave browser that gave me free money every time I'm watching.
Always glad to have you, Blind Spot. Interesting.
Yeah.
Playing with my Reefer plugins.
Yeah, it sounds a bit reverb, yeah. Like the quality sounds like crap now. Ah, that's better.
My noise filtering is pulling out part of the music.
I feel that.
It's a hard thing. It's a fine balancing act, so my outgoing stream doesn't quite sound the same as ingoing. The crappy Discord audio doesn't affect the outgoing stream. But what I have to do for myself is use a low pass filter to cut myself off at about 4K, about 5K with a hard taper. I've got the compressor running to jack my voice out but pull off the top of my overspeech. My background filter You can see when I stop talking. Works pretty well. But when I play background music, my filter is actually pulling out part of the audio.
Yeah. The yellow one.
Mm-hmm. But if I turn it up to full volume,
ease your mind, it's only you and I. Don't look back and leave you behind. I pray angels get you through the night.
be even louder than my voice. Yeah, I could bring it. I think it's my auto makeup on the compressor. Like when I talk, I'm up here. I could bring it all the way up a bit. Oh, there, that should be pretty good. It's a finicky thing. Anyways, guys, I think that'll be it for today. Thank you for joining me. Actually, call it here.
Have a good one, Dookie.
Yeah. Oh, smack my mic before I go. I can actually do shut down the stream this way now. Peace, guys.
Bye. Nope, still here.
Oh, you're here, but we're not live anymore.